The following program has been made possible by the partners of Moment of Shining and viewers like you.
Enter an exciting world online with Apostle Joseph Ziba. Visit fountainofvictory.org to get ministry updates, Apostle Ziba's audio and video messages, ministry or church locations, watch live streaming services, and more. Visit fountainofvictory.org today.
We are called in our time to dissolve doubts. If there is any form of doubt, any question that people are questioning about God, there are people that have actually left CG because some people are saying, if you are so committed to this, you will fail. There was one time I was forced to go into secondary school to address this because many of the CG people then failed, and the people said, okay, if you get involved in this, something wrong is going to happen to you. You will fail. We said, okay, we will dissolve doubts. And that's the way we are dissolving doubts. We have just picked a portion of the CG members that are going to university. That's a portion. We haven't picked everyone. A way to dissolve doubts so that nobody can question our God. Are you getting what I'm saying? But guess what? If there are people that are questioning about God, what God is doing in the service, He is raising you as a dissolver of doubts. You will go out there and silence the mouth of the doubters. That when people see what the Lord will do to you, they will put their hands at the back and say, there is God in heaven. Are you following what I'm saying? So I'm talking to a person that has been number 62, number 46 every time. The highest he can go is 52%. Every time the teacher says, I'll start from 100%, he knows there'll be a long way before they mention my name. And the people don't believe that your commitment to God will change you. They don't believe at all. You have been labeled as the dumbest kid. And people think you are just wasting. It's a way to hide your weakness. That's why you're committed to the things of God. Because you are fled to face the world. The very dumbest kid is about to encounter God in the service. From number 62, from nowhere, you will get to number 1. You see, I'm not telling you things that I've not seen. I'm telling you things that I've seen. People have testified in this ministry. People that couldn't pass at all. From nowhere, they are shining stars. I could have actually brought some people here to tell you how the impact of the gospel has changed them. How when they came to meet us, it changed everything. I call that a dissolver of doubts. There must be an area somewhere where people are questioning about God. And you today, you leave this place to dissolve that doubt. I have already surrendered myself. I have told God everything I do in 2019, use me to answer questions. To answer questions. Don't just use me in 2019. 2019, Lord, let it be different. I want to answer somebody, to help someone. If there's someone out there saying, can God heal? Use me to answer that one. If there's someone out there saying, can God do this? Use me, oh God, to answer the questions that people are asking. Because some of the people are dying, not because they don't have a chance to be healed, but because they have got questions which nobody has answered. They put themselves, they stay away from the anointing because somebody spoke to them and he told them, hey, that may not be real. We want God to use everyone as the dissolvers of doubts. That's why my cry this time is that, Lord, you will change the CG meetings. You will move in a way that teachers will be able to participate. Some of these young people should be able to pray for the teachers. Teachers that are sick should come to you and say, we have come for a prayer. Help us, help us. We have seen a gift in our life. We have seen something in you. That's my prayer, Lord. Would you honor us, oh God, in 2019, that many dissolvers of doubt should arise amongst us, oh God. We have seen, yes, we have fellowshiped with you, and we have enjoyed every minute of it. But 2019, we want it to be different, oh Lord. If there is any honor you can give to us, it's simply to bless us with the faith, oh God, to believe in you, that we can answer the doubters. We can answer the doubters. If there are people who don't believe that God can prosper people in a right way, use someone here, Lord, to answer the questions that people are asking. Yes, oh God, we have seen people going to the witch doctors in order to prosper, but there has to be a testimony of someone that says, if this has nothing to do with the witchcraft, this is God at work. This is God at work. Make someone, oh Lord, the dissolver of doubts. We are living in a world of questions, oh Lord, but we can answer them.
Enter an exciting world online with Apostle Joseph Ziba. Visit fountainofvictory.org to get ministry updates, Apostle Ziba's audio and video messages, ministry or church locations, watch live streaming services, and more. Visit fountainofvictory.org today.
Daniel chapter 5 verse 12. I'll keep time. I'll try to keep time. He says, for as much as an excellent spirit, as much as an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding and interpreting of dreams and showing of hard sentences and dissolving of doubts were found in the same Daniel. Oh, what manner of a man can you be? Look, that's too much. That is too much. But God put it in one man. In one man, one human soul carried all that. Showing hard sentences where people could sit down and say, we don't know. It was in Daniel to break the codes of life, to tell people what is not seen. When people think everything is what is going on is mysterious here. Daniel could see what nobody could see. No wonder when God wrote on a wall, he knew there would be only one man that would be able to decode it. They had to seek him. When God let many tekel, he was the only one who could read what nobody could read. People that were professors, that had studied language, but God had written a hidden language on a wall. and allowed one man with a gift. Oh my God. Oh Lord, you can do it in our days. You can, oh Lord. It's very possible He can do it. You can do it in our days. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Question I'm asking, what is in you? How can it be in you? Those are questions I want to answer. What is in you? Do you know what is inside of you? And how can it be in you? You can't be born with these things. No. You can't get them from your mom. No. Your mom cannot transfer this to you. Your father cannot give you that. For your information, what your mama has helped you and your daddy helped you is what has actually helped you to be who you are. But if you're going to go beyond this, if you are going to go beyond what your mama has done, that even you put your mama to look at you and say, are you really my child? Did you really come from me? Then you have to get it from somewhere. It can't be downloaded into you by DNA transfer. It has to come from another source. And get the good news. The one who gave Daniel is the one that is around here and is about to share the same giftings to someone. He empowered him in that way. The only difference is that you celebrate something that everybody can copy, can found it in school. Let me tell you something. At this level, you don't have a competition. No one competes with you. That's the reason why when God wrote it, the mother to the king said, I only know one man in the kingdom. There cannot be two. One man in the kingdom is the one who is gifted. His wisdom is the wisdom of the gods. Says, I know him. They went to search for him because what he had was so rare. It wasn't found in many people. God put it in him. If he did it with Daniel, he can do something with our time. I don't think God doesn't know that we are facing questions. He knows exactly the time we are living in. It's a time that there are so many questions. But if he is not giving it, maybe no one is looking for it. He hasn't found a man that is really saying, God, can I answer to the world? Can I answer the questions of the world? Can I be the young man that will tell the world what is true? God knows exactly what that you need. And he will drop it into your spirit, I'm telling you. He's not a respecter of a person. Not at all. If he finds a hungry young man, a hungry sister that says, Lord, why should we keep on debating on questions instead of providing solutions, instead of providing answers? Answers are with you, oh God. Why don't you bless us, oh God, and put it inside of us? That's the reason why, right from the very first opening statement, it is showing you that it is a spirit. He says, an excellent spirit. They could have continued, spirit of knowledge, spirit of dissolving doubts. It is spiritual. God imparted it in that man, put it into him.
Enter an exciting world online with Apostle Joseph Ziba. Visit fountainofvictory.org to get ministry updates, Apostle Ziba's audio and video messages, ministry or church locations, watch live streaming services, and more. Visit fountainofvictory.org today.
David, a young boy. David, a young boy. David, a young boy. God's anointing came upon his life. The Bible says, and the Spirit of God remained on David. And he remained on David. Oh, David went to see his brothers, and here is a giant. Here is a giant. But when he saw a giant, the fire kindled in him. Oh my God. Everyone is afraid because everyone is human. Only David has got the Holy Ghost. There is a gift inside of him. He will see matters in a different way. He will see matters from the gifty point of view. He will see it from the empowerment of the Spirit. A little boy says, I'm going to take this giant. I'm going to take this giant. And everybody says, you are? And he trained soldier? He says, you don't know me. You look at this body. You look how small I am. You are looking at my age, but you don't know the gift I carry inside. You are looking down upon me, but you haven't seen what I carry inside of me. He says, my hands have killed a bear. My hands have rescued a sheep from the mouth of the lion. How do you do that? You take a sheep from the mouth of a lion? How do you cause a lion to give up on the prey? He didn't say, I chased the lion to catch the prey. No, it was already in his mouth. Oh, you have no idea how he did it. How he did it. But he saw things from the eyes of a gift. When everybody is afraid of a lion, he saw the lion from the eyes of a gift. Something was burning inside of him that you couldn't stop this young man. And he saw Goliath. He says, who are you? You are too small. They give him an armor. He says, no. I don't need an armor to deal with that man. I don't need an armor at all. The Bible says he chose smooth stones and go after a giant. Oh, my brothers, that anointing is coming on somebody. That gifting is coming on someone. Oh yes. People have never seen you singing with a gift. You have sung it because you are talented from your mama's belly. You got it from your mama. Your mama was a singer and you are singing too. Do you know what can happen if the Holy Ghost touches you? What is ordinary changes? It doesn't remain the same at all. You can't continue being ordinary when the Spirit of the Lord has gifted you. It doesn't remain the same. Everything changes in your life. Everything changes in your life. And that change is happening right now. It's happening. Yes, you made it. You got 12 points. But maybe it wasn't a gift of God. It wasn't the hand of the Lord working in you. What are you going to do if the hand of the Lord comes on top of what you're already good at? What's going to happen? It is the extra advantage every man needs. Extra advantage that every man needs in his life. Every man needs this extra advantage. Your eyes will see life in a different way. Your thinking will change. The very things that you know are going to be different. You do them, you handle them in a different way when God presses something. So he did it with Daniel. Those are two remarkable things you can take out from there. These were impartations of the Spirit. They are called spirit. It's a spirit. It's a spirit. It's a spirit. It's a spirit. It wasn't simply what he had naturally. To tell you, you don't get that just because you are born from a good family, because you went to a good school. You got certain things because you met God in your life. Not because you went to school. Yes, you have to go to school, but certain things will still miss in you until you get something. We are talking yesterday night about the favor of God. I said there is something else that people cannot understand. There are people that when you just meet them, without even asking what they do in life, whatever, you just don't love them. You don't love them at all. You stop them even when they're very far. You don't even want to talk to them. There are people you've met in life, you didn't like them even before you talked to them. Just looking at them, he says, I don't like that guy. Favor of God is just something that you cannot explain. Makes you likable. And a person cannot explain exactly why he likes you. Because it is the working of God on your life. It will give you access into the graces of people. People cannot explain why they have to favor you. Why they have to favor you. But because God has pressed something on you. And as some people think they have to go and master these things, all the way you talk, all the way you have to carry yourself in this way, so that people, you should be likable. You have to do this so that you can be marketable. You should do this so that you can be sellable. You should be do this. No, favor of God doesn't. You act in the same way. You walk in the same way, but everybody still likes you. You talk in the same way, but everybody likes you. People wonder what is in him that makes him different from others. It's because you have something that others don't have. It is a spirit upon your life. It is not what you got from your mama. God has placed something on you. It's a dressing up. And by that dressing up, God says, nobody hates you. Nobody rejects you. Whatever you want, you will get it. Wherever you go, everybody will show you favor. You will get into the access, and you will have access into their graces. Because you have something from God upon your life. That's what I'm asking you. In a few minutes, do not have 96% of everything that you got from your mom. That list should be reduced. You should be able to say, I used to have 100% from my mom. When I found God, it went to 60. As I went on with God, now I only have 10%, which I can point it close, related to my mom and to my dad, because everything that I am is from my Father from heaven. The favor on me, the gifting in me, the way I talk, the way I do things, it is the Father working in me. It's all done, gone. That's what should be your history. Now, I know my time is over, but I haven't started. In Proverbs chapter 18, verse 16. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 16. Proverbs chapter 18, verse 16. He says, a man's gift. Two things happen. Number one, it makes him a room. So it doesn't matter how many people are there. There is a space for a gifted man. It doesn't matter how many people are there. It clears a space for a gifted man. There may be 17 million Malawians, but there's a room for my. Because of a gift. People in Northern will talk about him. Oh yes, I'm telling you. They will look for his life. not because of anything. There may be 17 Malawians, but still a school say, let him come and minister to us. Let him come. Why? A gift of a person. A gift of a person makes a room in a crowded world. It will still tell you there is a space for you. Oh my God, that's the reason why I will be counted among the billions in this world. I cannot simply die. I cannot simply go. Then I'm not gifted at all. Then I'm not gifted at all. I will be counted. People have to know me. If there is a gift of my life, it doesn't matter how many engineers, it doesn't matter how many architects, it doesn't matter how many pastors. Lord Howard Brown left South Africa, and when he was leaving, he went to his senior pastor and says, the Lord says I should go to America. The senior pastor said, come on, go to another country, not America. America's got many pastors. He says, no, sir. It is not about how many are there. It's about the gift, sir. I am going there because I have something to offer. It's not how many people are there. It's what I have. It's what I got. It's what God has given to me. It will put me in the number. Even there are 16. They will say there is also number 17. They'll put me in the number because of the gift I carry. I prophesy to someone, you are about to rise today. You are rising today in a way they have never seen you.
Enter an exciting world online with Apostle Joseph Ziba. Visit fountainofvictory.org to get ministry updates, Apostle Ziba's audio and video messages, ministry or church locations, watch live streaming services, and more. Visit fountainofvictory.org today.